Why aren't you letting me talk? You've been talking that whole fucking time. Now let me talk. All right, fuck it, talk. Okay, well, I think you should. You know what? I'm about to fucking leave because I'm sick and tired of arguing with you all the fucking time. Did you just cut me off again? What the fuck was that? Listen, narcissists, they hypnotize you. And in a world where people don't think hypnotism is real, I'm gonna fucking tell you, it is real. There's many ways that you can hypnotize somebody. You can break their flow, which is what everybody does. You know, it all starts with that as a form of getting you ready to be hypnotized. Starts there, breaking flow and things like that. Then it goes to, more sinister things, a bunch of different techniques. Techniques for breaking flow breaking techniques by these flow jackals. That's what they're called. They're flow jackals. And they're just there to throw you off. So what do? They ignore you. That's one of the main ones that they like to do. Because once they start playing with your senses and make you feel like, oh, am I being heard? Should I talk louder? All of that, where you don't feel like you can affect your surroundings the way that you're supposed to, sends alarms in your brain, and it makes you feel disoriented instantly. And it sucks. But if it's compounded by all the other behaviors, then not listening to you, turning away from you at awkward times when you're talking, or just doing things that everything has to be difficult, never letting you complete your thoughts as you're talking. They always have to finish your sentences or cut in or cut you off. All of that goes into the whole idea of breaking your flow, making you feel less oriented in the environment so that you're a better target. That's what it all comes down to. An easier target. They can easily put thoughts into your head. They can easily overpower you mentally because you're losing your mental strength because you can't focus. Mental strength, when you ever strain mentally, you focus on one thing and you push and you push and you push, whatever that is, that psychic energy. There needs to be focus in order to put it at its max. At its max. And they don't let you do that. They're constantly stepping in and breaking that up. So keep your mind going in different directions. Keep things coming 1,000 miles an hour. Even if you're really good at noticing all of this stuff, right? That's the reason why you need to get away from these people, because if you have a healthy brain, your brain is used to just peace. That's how a healthy brain functions. So they always are going to be able to ambush you and get you off guard and get you thinking. And I mean, even when they just break your flow, it doesn't just stop there. Like, you start breaking your own flow, because then you become more self-aware because of them. And what happens with self-awareness? Self-awareness leads to overthinking. Like, you overthink every little thing that you do. So now, even when they're not around, you're breaking your own flow. You can't get into the flow of life. You can't get into where you're not thinking anymore. It's hard to get to the point where you're meeting new people, because at the end of the day, what happens? The conversation's awkward. They can feel this negative energy. They can't get into the flow with you. They can't get into the rhythm of things and just let the conversation go on by itself, because you guys are both now awkward. So it's harder to meet new people, man. It's harder to, the only time you feel like you're back in rhythm with in life is when the narc decides that you're going to feel in rhythm. They decide to stop bothering you, which makes you feel like you need them, to feel like you again. Because when you're not around them, you're constantly thinking, and you're always in your head. You're constantly picking at yourself, right? And then when you are around them, then they decide when they aren't going to bother you, and then they know the extent of their own plan, so they know when to reassure you of things and act like, it's no big deal. We've all had that, like, where we've caught ourselves making a statement and you were so used to them disagreeing with us, which is more flow breaking.